in case folks haven't been dialed into the NBA, tell me what direction the needle is going for the following teams.
Yeah.
So we've got like a little graphic up there for you
So
guys.
the graphic for the audience is from worst to best, 5 Pat Beverleys, tank for Wemby, a play-in team, one and done, second round at best, championship, or dynasty. Now, our producers, instead of, evidently we only had room for 7 spots on here, and they thought it was more valuable to include dynasty and 5 Pat Bevs rather than have somewhere in between second round or championship. So I'm going to have to adjust that on the fly. But go ahead, Damonza.
All right, first off, we got the Warriors. Steph Curry is making progress, but is going to miss at least another week. Everyone assumes they'll turn it on eventually because, they're the Warriors.
Yeah.
But through 60 games, they're fighting the Thunder for a play-in spot. Where is the Warriors' needle moving?
Oh, listen, I think they're going to be a play-in team, but I think they're going to be a play-in team that will have a chance at winning a round. So a play-in team that is also second round at best. Does that make sense?
So, you think that
I think they're going to land in the play-in, and then they could win that first round of the playoffs.
Be knocked out.
Yeah, that I think. But also, let's keep in mind that we have seen the Warriors be in the play-in and get knocked out.
Right.
With Steph.
Yeah.
LeBron hit a 3 in his eye to beat him in the first game, and then Ja beat him in the second game. Next
off, we got the Celtics. The Celtics didn't make much noise at the deadline, but arguably are the scariest team in the league. I second that. Tatum is fresh off an All-Star Game MVP, and Jaylen Brown made an appearance as well. Where's the Celtics needle moving?
So Damonza says championship.
Yeah.
This is where I would say we need something between second round and championship. To me, they're an Eastern Conference Finals team. And I think that either Philly or Milwaukee, if either of those teams is at full strength, I don't think they would have an answer on the inside for Embiid or Giannis. They didn't last year.
Yeah, Time Lord wasn't really active.
You love Time Lord. All right, next.
So next we got the Bucks. You can never discount the Bucks as long as they have Giannis. But now the Greek Freak is dealing with hand injuries, unfortunately. And Chris Middleton still is fighting his injuries. Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Where's the Bucks needle moving?
Again, I picked the Sixers to win the East beginning of the year, so I can't move off it. But feels like Giannis should probably win the title again. I think they would have ramshackled the Warriors in the finals if they had gotten there last year. And I don't love the roster. The Middleton thing scares me. But Giannis is going to go down as one of the 12 greatest players ever.
Yeah.
And this is the time for him to start racking up titles. And in a fair, not a dynasty. I'm not saying a dynasty because I don't think they have the overall roster for that. But I think that they should feel like they are championship or bust. Next.
My guy, Grizzlies. Ja Morant said he's fine in the West, but the Grizzlies have lost 9 of their last 13 games.
Yeah.
Where's the Grizzlies needle moving?
I think they absolutely could be one and done. I think the Grizzlies
are not ready for the postseason. I just don't think that they're built for it.
I don't like how much talking they've done. Yeah. I think that it might be good for them to have a bit of a humbling.
Mm-hmm.
They also haven't been the same team since the stuff with Shannon. They just haven't. You can call that coincidental, but they just haven't been. And then there was that crazy story about the Pacers team bus and the
laser. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, this is a team that kind of believed its own headlines a little bit too much too quickly and has a humbling coming to them.
Yeah, ever since Dylan Brooks called Shannon Sharp a casual or a pedestrian. It's not been going so smoothly.
Has not been going well. All right, next.
All right, so next
civilian.
The civilian. Yeah. Clippers. As you predicted, Russell Wilson was traded.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Wilson. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook was traded after a buyout. He is officially an LA Clipper. Where's the Clippers needle moving?
Second round at best. This team is not going to be able to stay healthy for 6 weeks. Kawhi can't listen. I feel terribly for Kawhi But the guy's body won't allow for him to play consistently. And the Russ thing is a disaster.
What do you mean? Like them getting him?
Yes. He can't be a part of winning basketball.
I hope the Clippers somehow come out of the West.
Wow.
And go, like, if that means somebody else doesn't make it to the, I really want the Clippers. I don't think that they will, but I would love if they, like, spitefully won.
Listen.
Just because of how Westbrook has been done, all the players, I feel like PG's always gotten BS from everybody.
That's all fair. But they have a major health concern in Kawhi. And Russ was, once upon a time, one of my favorite players in the league.
LA.
He's broken. Well, he's still in LA.
No, the Lakers.
He's broken as he can't be a part of winning basketball. He just can't be. Sorry. I don't understand why the Clippers made that move. And I think they're second round at best. I don't think he helps them. Next.
All right, so we got the Bulls here. Lonzo is out for the season in Chicago, so they brought in a savior at point guard. Well, your guy, Patrick Beverley.
Uh-huh.
He has a new goal, to knock the Lakers out of the playoffs. Good news, Bulls fans. Where's the Bulls needle moving?
They should totally turn the ship around, try to tank for Wemby. So their first round pick this year goes to Orlando unless it's in the top 4. So they desperately need it to be in the top 4.
Right.
And we haven't talked about it.
I didn't even know you could do that.
What? Protect picks?
Yeah, like
that's how a lot of these trades work. So it's like, we will trade you our first rounder, but it's lottery. So the way sometimes it works is
11
lottery protected. And then if you don't get it, then the next year it's top 8 protected. And then if you still don't get it, the next year it's top 3 protected, and then it's unprotected. You know what I mean? You can do these types of things. The Lakers in the trade where they got off Russ, they traded Utah their 2027 first rounder, top 4 protected. And if it is in the top 4, it just turns into a second round pick. So that's the difference between unprotected picks, protected picks, because teams are afraid that they're going to lose out, win a lottery, and lose out on a Wemby or something in one of these deals. That's why, like when the Suns traded for Durant, all those picks are unprotected. So if Chris Paul retires and Durant gets fickle and leaves and whatever, it's like, oh, that could be really bad for them. That's how your Celtics got Brown and Tatum. They traded KG and Pierce to the Nets and got unprotected picks. The Nets were like, who cares? We're going to be awesome. The Nets at the time were owned by this Russian oligarch, Mikhail Prokhorov, and he was spending all this money, and then like something happened like to his actual industry, like oil or copper or whatever he had. He's like, I don't want to spend this money on this team anymore. Get rid of all the players. So they were terrible, and they didn't have their own picks, and they went to Boston. You guys got Brown and Tatum out of it. It's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So the Bulls should try to get a top 4 pick. The other thing is this. Lonzo's career might be over.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's really sad, man. I'm glad he got paid. Mm-hmm. He got the 4 years, $80 million. So good for him. But he has a degenerative knee issue, and his career might be over. It's really sad. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.